Welcome to That Guy Talks Movies. I'm That Guy Talking Movies, and I want to quickly do a video trailer reaction. This is a real, genuine trailer reaction because I have not seen this yet. And I'm going to tell you, it's the Superman trailer, Superman 2025, whatever they're calling it. It's that trailer. I have not seen it, right? Because I think like a day or so ago, there was another one released. So I went on and I just set it up here so I can look at it, but I did not see it yet. I haven't pressed play on this. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let it play and I'm gonna watch and tell you what I think when it's over. And let me just be upfront, in case you don't know, because I think when the actual teaser trailer came out, I did a video on that. I am totally against this. I have zero interest in this. I'm going to go see it in a theater, probably, unless they release it streaming first or simultaneously, in which case I'll stay home. But if I have to go to the theater, I will go see this. I'm not happy about it. I'm going to walk into it miserable, same as I did for Gladiator 2. I'm going to walk into this miserable, and I'm going to watch it as a person in misery. I'll do the very best I can, maybe, to have an open mind where, in other words, I'm not going to hate if it turns out to be good, then great. However, I'm just totally not interested. It's based on the casting of this guy, the suit, what I've seen, the dog, some of the effects, the bad guys, the guy playing Lex Luthor, who I like as an actor, Nick Holt, I believe his name is. All that's fine, but I can't stand what I've seen so far. I don't think this trailer here is going to endear me or want me. I'm not going to be interested in seeing this anymore. But let's get into it. The trailer, again, I'm watching this. It looks like it's 3 minutes. 3-minute trailer for the first time with you guys. All right, so here we go.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah,
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
sure.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for
I
what
know,
some
it's a
might.
lot of fire.
It's a lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions. That's funny?
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative
I
of the
wasn't
United States
representing
will
anybody
cause
except
more
for me.
problems around the world.
And doing good.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die. Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Your choices, your actions. That's what makes you who you are.
Superman. He's not a man. He's an it. He's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation. I will not accept that.
I cleaned your boots. I'll go get them for you. You have a dog?
Well, there it is. And I'm still not interested. I like the fact that, let's start with the positives. They're using the original John Williams music, it seems, or the theme somehow. And I don't know if someone else is, maybe Hans Zimmer's, my boy Hans is doing that music. I don't know what they're doing. John Williams is still alive, so maybe John Williams signed on to do the music of this. I'm still unhappy about the dog thing. Still not happy at the look of it. They kind of borrowed that line. What's that line? Lex Luthor said something similar that the Joker says in the Tim Burton '89 Batman, where he goes, the whole world, is going crazy over this guy, but it's kind of like, I want the attention on myself. It's kind of like one of those things, it seems. I am just not impressed with what is going on here. They're continuing with the narrative that superheroes and people of extraordinary powers who work to save the planet are also responsible for the destruction of said saving of planet, so they're being held accountable. So that interview that he's doing with Lois there seems to be like that, like, oh, I was saving the planet. Like, they're going to continue that thing of responsibility. If you're going to clean up and save the planet from aliens and from all sorts of other things, make sure you don't hurt anyone else in the process. It's kind of like, well, that happens. I was sort of like, just my whole thing on the Sokovia, those Accords, and that whole thing in the Avengers movies. I was totally on Cap's side as far as like, look, shit happens, right? Like, people are going to get hurt. We're saving the planet. Same thing. They did this with Batman and Superman, right? The idea that Batman was furious with Kal-El, with Superman, for destroying stuff. He's watching, and you see that scene with Ben Affleck playing, he's in Bruce Wayne mode, and he's looking, and you see the end, the ending of Superman, where Superman is fighting Zod, and the destruction that's happening around, and Ben is like, how dare you destroy my city, right? Like, they're running that narrative into the ground. And to me, it's always been ridiculous. It's like, I could just let the planet get destroyed. Yes, a couple buildings were destroyed in the process of me trying to stop the world from being destroyed. So anyway, I've always had a problem with that. It looks like they're going that direction here. There seems to be multiple bad guys as usual, which doesn't ever work for me, because I feel like you just overwhelm, and you're better off having one really good bad guy. When you start introducing 3 or 4 or 5 different villains at the same time, it becomes a problem for me. I'm never, ever, 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 ever going to find a Lex Luthor that I like outside of the late, great Gene Hackman, rest in peace. You're just not going to find one better than that. I'm disturbed by this on so many levels, and who knows? Maybe it will be a good movie. Let me know if you watched the trailer in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on this. Am I being too hard on this? Just let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, if somehow the algorithm allowed you to find this channel. If not, like the video on the way out as well, all of you who've seen this, because it does help the algorithm. It helps all the crazy stuff that goes on behind the scenes on YouTube that allows me to continue to come back and make these videos. So hit like, hit subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you on the next That Guy Talks Movies. Peace.